Fire. Fire, fire, fire. The title is Men Would Honestly Rather Die Alone Than Date Their Crush After She Has Another Man's Kid. A friend of mine lusted after this girl since high school. She was his absolute dream, but she never gave him the time of day. Last year, she had a baby with some deadbeat who left. Suddenly, she started pursuing my friend. She's texting him, asking him to grab coffee and trying to date him, but he completely turned her down. When I asked why he'd reject his dream girl, he told me he'd rather stay single forever than raise another man's kid after being her backup choice for a decade. He said most men feel the exact same way. It blows my mind that men will give up on their romantic dreams over this. He used to worship her, not just because she's a baby, she's completely disqualified. Why is having a child treated like an ultimate deal breaker that erases everything else? I mean, it's an account called Real Post Folder with a picture of a post with zero context, not from Reddit, no clue where it's sourced from. This could be entirely made up, but for the sake of the argument, let's entertain it. Again, judging by the massive attention this post got, 2.8 fucking million views, insane, pretty fucking viral, 3,100 comments, so not fucking like botted or view bot or whatever. I think it's personally true. Like, we've had this conversation a couple of times on stream already. I think it's very common and a very common sentiment that guys don't want to raise another man's kid, like, for numerous reasons, both logical and instinctual, like biological. Why try to play a corrupt save file? wait, you can't type that. No, you can't say that. No. Corrupt save file. I don't know. I think the most obvious first reason it's that it's just like a blatant relationship problem from like a psychological perspective. You can like cope and lie to yourself and say it's not, but it is. Like, if a girl has a child with another man and you're dating that girl, guess what? That means that a guy out there has who's your girlfriend has like direct and serious relations with and has like a legitimate and irrefusable reason to be in your girlfriend's life. Maybe not in all cases, but in many cases. Like, another man is gonna like periodically be around this kid. Whether it's like, I don't know, picking up a kid or for visitations or texting their girlfriend to set things up and who knows what else. Like, I feel like that is a red flag to many guys, many guys, and I think it's like a valid thing to like think like, I don't want to waste my time. Yeah. And reason number 2, another big obvious one. Who wants to raise another man's kid? Not many. And this obviously doesn't include situations like a kid being up for adoption or something like that. Or maybe a kid's parents died. Like those are completely different scenarios, obviously. It's not the same as you starting to date a girl and she has like a baby daddy who's still around. I think we as humans, especially men, are biologically coded to try and pass on our genes. It's like the same reason that, obviously, I don't know this personally, but I've heard many people who do have kids say this. They hate other people's kids, but they love their own, and they deal with their bullshit, they deal with their screaming. Obviously, it annoys them. Like they go to the park, and they find other people's kids annoying and stupid, but have no issues with their own kids saying stupid and annoying shit. Because that's just how, like, humans are programmed. Like, why the fuck would your brain be programmed differently? Or it's your family, or your sister, like your little sister, your little niece, exactly. Like, I could extrapolate it to, like, I don't feel the same way about, like, my actual blood. Yeah, your little cousins or something. Yeah, they're fucking annoying, but, like, you love them, right? And reason number 3, I think, is, like, self-respect. Like, nobody, men or women, want to feel like they're the last pick. And I think that's like the last part here, right? Like nobody likes being picked last for like dodgeball or kickball or soccer teams, right? Like relationships are the same fucking way. What self-respecting man watches their high school crush get run through by one or probably different guys in relationships with like varying lengths, and then when all those relationships fall apart, then she picks you? Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I'd be fucking bummed out. I'd be like, no, fuck off. I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that shit. I wouldn't want to be part of that relationship either. Like, obviously, you're settling for me. So, I think I'd be better off waiting for someone who thinks more highly of me, no? It's not completely true, though. Depends on the reason. The husband's just died. I literally brought it up. If you open up your ears. If the parents die or something, it's completely different. Completely disregard that. Don't at me when you don't listen to what I say. So, a lot of people are pissed about it. Lots of comments, lots of likes. It's dumb because if he loves her and she's like a god, then the kid is 50% like her, so he gets 1.5 for the price of 1. Even if it was his own kid, it still has half of his DNA. Wait. What? Bro, this is some fucking mathematics squared, man. What? If he loves her and she's like a god, then the kid is 50% like her, so he gets 1.5 for the price of 1. Even if it was his own kid. Bro, this is some fucking fat cope. What the fuck? Woman math? I don't even know if this is woman math. I think this is math. A guy friend of mine really wanted the job at X big company. He applied many times but was rejected for not being qualified enough. Now that the company's in trouble and desperately looking to hire him, but at half his current salary, he refuses. Why do you guys give up their dream job? I don't think that's a bad analogy, actually. Yeah, I don't think this is a half bad analogy.
Men are so funny sometimes. Are you coming to date me or the kid? Why should my kids stop us from dating or having fun? This is so weird and annoying, for real. For real, for real. I've literally dated married men and single dads with kids, but I didn't discriminate. Why is it different for us and ladies?
Are you an OF chick? I don't know, man. That profile picture screams OF to me, but maybe I'm wrong. It's so annoying, for real, because we can literally date a man who have a lot of children from different women, but when it's time to be reciprocated, they tend to feel irritated by it. The society is so patriarchal, for real. Oh... We're just yapping the yap, man. It's so annoying. It's so patriarchal. It's so patriarchal when I divorce a man and I get half his stuff. Even if I didn't earn that money, even if I got married and it was after he got rich, like, I still get half his stuff. So patriarchal. Am I right, fellas? And also, like, how many states are so leaning towards woman-leading outcomes for child custody cases and divorce cases? Oh my god, so patriarchal. Okay, bro. I wish Forrest understood that sooner. Yeah, bummer movie. It's the thrill of the chase. He only wanted her when he couldn't have her. Now that she wants him, he's no longer interested. This has gotta be rage bait, Jesus Christ. It's not about her having a kid, it's about him being her backup plan. Exactly! Thank you! I think there's men out there who would be willing to raise a kid if the mom is fantastic. If there's no relation, I'm sure there's men who still think, obviously, they don't want to raise another man's kid, and that's completely within their right as a human being to not want to commit to that. And also, maybe they wouldn't be that great of a dad if it's not their kid. Like, I think it takes a lot of mental fortitude to do that. But if you don't want to, that's not a crime, man or woman. You don't want to raise someone else's kid, okay, like, that's a deal breaker. I don't think that's a fucking crime, and it's not. It would be totally different if there was some interest beforehand, but not giving him the time of day until after the deadbeat she chose left, and only then showing any signs is a massive red flag. Yeah. Man spent 10 years in the friend zone and got offered a promotion after the company went bankrupt. Yeah, it's like that analogy, the one up here. Yep. Oh, God. I had one of those. She hit mid-30s, was run through all by my friends and my brother. Had a kid with one of them. Which one pulled the pin on the ham grenade? Oh, you mean hand grenade or ham grenade? Which one? Did she turn into a hog? And then started hitting my sister up looking for me. Can you tell me why he won't talk to me? What do you remember? Blah, 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 blah. He said, I don't have any more brothers or friends left for her to fuck, so shrug. Tell him I just miss my best friend. Dude, that is so fucked up. You think, by the way, W's sister for showing this shit too. That actually, that's a massive W. That would be me. That would be me, because I have an older brother. God damn, dude. Manipulative? Yeah, like, oh, I would say this shit, but like, don't tell anybody. God, I fucking hate this, man. And again, people could be like, oh, well, it's a fake post. They made it up. Bro, there's people who deal with this all the time. Get away from me. Oh, man. Get away from me! Running through your best friend's family and friends is always nice. Yep, very normal. Let's some quote retweets. This went pretty viral, you know. I like the just because she has another man's baby. Like, this is no big deal, not a super relevant variable, Lamau. What do you mean, Anon? Like, kids are natural and they're everywhere. Raising someone else's kid who may or may not still be in the picture is like totally normal, and you're just a bigot, right? For not being open-minded? Why are you so bothered, huh? Huh? Why are you so bothered by the fact that you'll suddenly be tossed into the role of a father of a child that you've never met or have zero relation to? It's not that big a deal. It's just like 15 to 18 years and they're out of the house. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Like, what are we actually talking about here? Like, I would never want to deal with that. It would have to be like an exceptional human being for me to like be able to be like, okay, maybe I can deal with this. I don't know. I don't even know. I think I'm too mentally ill for that shit personally, but like, I don't know. This is fucked up. People want to have their own kids. What if the man doesn't want children, period? Yeah, what about all the women that say shit like, oh, I don't want to have kids? Like, what about the men that don't want to do that, huh? Kind of weird, kind of bigoted. Kind of bigoted. She may have been his dream, but he was her plan B. Never be anyone's plan B. People always talk about like don't settle, right? As in don't settle for a partner if they're not 100% perfect or every single thing you want in somebody. That's not the message we should be teaching, right? Like, the message we should be ingraining in people is don't settle, don't be like settled for. Like, don't be someone's fucking backup or like, oh, I traveled the world and I got, you know, I had sex with a bunch of men and women, men and or women. Now you're the one. Like, as a woman, I would find it so insulting. Like I don't know, maybe like fucking high school crush comes up to me and is like, Alana, I lived in Europe all my life. I fucked like 20 billion women. Now I want to be with you. I'd be like, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? Ew, no thank you. Frank, yeah, Frank the Cube. Nobody's perfect. Like, you're likely never gonna find like a perfect partner or your eventual wife or husband, and they will have flaws. Like, but you should absolutely, under no circumstance ever is accept that your partner is like settling for you. Like, that is such a red flag. If you ever find out, like, maybe you don't find out, but if you ever find out, don't do it. Never be their second choice. Like, it is a recipe for disaster and resentment and like feeling bad. Do not deal with that shit. It's not the child itself that's the problem, it's the fact that it's not his child. I disagree a bit here. Like, I think men can raise other people's children in, like, heartbreaking, dire circumstances. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, is Diana your child in Pragmata? Like, is Geralt biologically Ciri's dad in The Witcher? Like, I know those are, you know, fucking fantasy scenarios, but, like, it's kind of crazy that people think like this. Yeah, well, like Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us. Like, men have zero issue with jumping into a fatherly role to, like, care for a child that really needs it, right? The problem isn't, like, directly, oh, it's not my kid, so I don't give a fuck, or I don't care. Like, the problem is it's not my kid. It's that the kid's baby daddy is 5 minutes down the road, and the kid's mom, who I'm dating, picked me second, and he's texting her all the time. Those are the problems. Like, that causes, like, mental damage, like, psychic damage, 1d20, boom, 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 in your head. Those are the problems. It basically boils down to, like, I will raise this child so long as I know that they won't, like, suddenly be ripped away from me by their very much alive and biological parent, right? Who suddenly wants to be part of their life again. I think that's, like, a big worry for some people, and I think just some people don't want to deal with it, man. It's cringe, man. Jesus Christ, what is for fucking chatters today? Account made today, yeah. I'm biased. Okay, that's fair, but, like, I feel like a lot of people are fucking would say, like, I would say the vast majority would agree. There's are exceptions to the rule. It's summertime? Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, Reviews Possum is pretty popular. Why would you expect a man to accept a woman who told him he wasn't good enough for her until after she got knocked up by some other guy, and now needs someone to pay for her poor choices? Why would he want to be with you while knowing he was your last resort, and you will inevitably resent him and compare him to all of the other guys with whom you failed to maintain a relationship? How little self-respect do you think he has? That's what I meant. Like, what was it? Like, second or third reason was self-respect. Again, this is what comes more to the forefront when you know for a fact the baby daddy isn't in the picture. Like, he's gone, and you know he won't come back. Like, I think this aspect is still a factor in this hyper-specific scenario, and it's important. It's not just the principle of the matter. I would argue that if you had, like, a magical crystal ball or, like, magical superpowers or some shit, you could look at the stats on do relationships succeed in this scenario, and that scenario being where you're the last resort, I bet the stats are abysmal. Because the man, no matter how many times he tries, will always remember that she originally chose someone else. There's a cause of insecurity, which will hurt the relationship every single day, and then it turns into resentment. Meanwhile, the woman didn't pick him first originally, meaning there was another guy who checked more of her boxes and what she wants. What's to stop it from happening again? Basically, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, the relationship is already ruined before it even started. It already has cracks in it, in the foundation of it. Oh, he checked her box, alright, yeah. Somehow she's entitled to you? Yeah, again, the phrasing is really entitled, like, oh, he really liked her before. That means that he's gonna do it again. It's like, huh? It's sad, dude. Remember the post men are useless clip, and that will show why such kind of posts exist in the first place and so many people are angry about it? Yeah, I don't know, man. There was always a grain of truth to, like, a post, man. Oh, it's AI. Someone wrote it. They made shit up. No, man. People wouldn't identify with it if it was fucking fake. Yo, Wuhan, thank you for 20 gifted! Was this posted by a woman? Probably. I don't know. Lusted is a very woman word. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the 20 gifted. Thank you. Yeah. See, the guy who took on a mother and her child for 18 years only for the daughter and mom to want the baby daddy at the daughter's wedding, and the stepdad was not even invited even though he paid for the wedding. That's fucked. If that's real, I don't know. That sounds like some Hollywood shit, but if it's real, I'd feel so bad for them. Nah, that would blow my mind. I'd be like, what the fuck do you mean I'm not invited? I'd lose my mind. Oh yeah, the mom, the baby daddy got invited, the baby mama got invited, but you don't. Fuck you. Go, shut up. They're more important. Yeah, bro, the one that literally wasn't in their life their whole life, but okay. Okay, maybe if they were both invited, I wouldn't have anything to say, but like, to exclude one is like crazy. Yeah. Careful of Reddit story shorts, they're usually AI. It doesn't matter if they're AI or not. A lot of people identify with this situation. AI has to come with a grain of fucking truth. That was the whole point of this thing. I entertained it. I even specified before we started. Like, yeah, I don't know where this is from, but like, a lot of people clearly identify with fucking 3,100 comments. Yeah. On both sides. Be careful, Alana. You can't use your brain. It's probably fake. Yes, I fucking know. I know I'm a woman, but like, come on. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Yep. Professional woman. Yep, I'm a yapper. No, that was a good yap.